The heat has yet to break. I'm roasting. Of course, Sammy hasn't eaten for a day and a half. Breaking those, he's all right, just being picky.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready. Prepare your sphincters, because Fear the Beardo is crashing this Brimstone Comic Books live stream. Are you kidding me? Get ready to be slapped in the face with excellence in 3, 2, 1.
Woo! And we are freaking live! Nick. Oh, what a week. Holy crap. One thing after another break, and it's so nice to be able to just sit here and chill and bitch about comics and talk about comics and other nerdy shit. But we have a special guest today. The amazing, the stellar Fear the Beardo.
Oh, stop it.
Met this man on multiple occasions, absolutely fantastic, and also the best Batman player and speedrunner of Resident Evil on the internet.
Let's go, dude.
I may not.
What a compliment.
But I watch your streams. I lurk in a lot of streams, and I watch a lot. I don't chat a lot, but I watch a lot. And we got people in chat here. We got Lady Makara coming in. We all love our Mac. Mac is awesome. We got the Southern Belle Ladybug, the Queen Mod. That's blue everywhere she goes. We got Grand Duke coming in. Absolutely fantastic. Fear the Beardo dropping me a sub. Thank you, Fear the Beardo. Comics Dad with a holy shit. Michael Moose. Oh, no, it's Beardo. Hey, what's wrong with Brother Beardo? What's wrong with the commish?
That's right.
Oh, good Lord. But no, there is some serious shit in comics this week. Like the Wednesday numbers, the main numbers have released for comics, like the sales and everything. We're gonna go over some of that. We got some news. We got some comics coming in 2026. We got a little bit of drama and a little bit of really bad takes from a certain other redhead that the Ginger Wolverine really hates. But first, before we get any of that, Ginger, I got a question for you. Has Rob Liefeld sent you anything free yet? Because that's the only reason you're friends with him on TikTok.
Not yet, just a friend request.
Horrible. So some guy attacked Gingy, asking him, like, well, the only reason you're friends with Rob Liefeld is because he sends you people free shit. I'm like, then so I ask him every week, has he gotten his free shit yet? And every week it's a no. More and more proving that guy was wrong. Hail, yo, comic fans. I'm the collector. I know Brimstone. He does. Comics Dad is the man. Larry the I Dot. Oh, good Lord. All right. We can go. All right. So we're going to start with going over the comic numbers for freaking DC over the week, last week. We got some really absolutely insane. Apparently, Absolute Batman number 20 sold somewhere with variant covers and everything. We always factored that in. Has sold over 500,000 copies because it's the first appearance of Absolute Robin.
Okay.
And
all right.
It's would be a key issue in the thing, and it is fantastic. This Absolute run is going full train. Like, there is no stopping this. We got an Absolute Justice League on the way, and on top of the Absolute Justice League, we're going to have an Absolute Crisis in a couple of years.
Whoa!
Yeah, it was a subtly put into a last page of a comic book. I did a video on it a few days ago, and it is just absolutely fantastic news because we don't know what's going to happen to the Absolute after this is done. If they're going to keep it going, or if they're going to end the story arc and kind of have it be an Elseworld story. But no, Catwoman is already sold out, and they have to do an emergency second printing.
I saw that. We were talking about that,
and I'm like, holy crap! And I got 2 copies of it. There's like 20 copies at my local comic shop, which is more and more proof that freaking New England really is just a self-contained world of its own up here. No, it is. Like, we got it. It's crazy. But no, like, this is absolutely fantastic news right here. Market sales and market view have come in as well from IGV. What is it? Here we go. There's the Absolute Rob. Apparently, Robin's a mecca. I don't read Absolute Batman.
Holy shit! Wait, you haven't read Absolute Batman?
I have too much of a disconnect for me. It's not that it's a bad book, but my Batman is always detective first, fighter later. And this doesn't do a lot of detective work. I like the cerebral part of Batman. So when this, so I don't read Absolute Batman. It's not that I think it's a bad book. It's just not something that's going to spin the wheels for me.
I will say that
like
in Ginger Wolverine, you don't like Absolute Batman.
No.
So I'm caught up on the volumes because they released the volumes, which are what? How many issues are in a volume for these Absolute series, Brimstone?
Absolute series, there's 6 per issue. So in Batman Volume 3, Absolute Batman.
So I'm caught up on the first 2 volumes. You have the Zoo and then Abomination, which I'm caught up on. And I'm not going to read any of the issues until it's in the Volume 3 that I believe is coming out this fall, October, November, I believe.
Devil's Workshop, volume number 3, Devil's Workshop, releases Tuesday, September 8th.
Oh, September. Okay, a little bit sooner. That's right around the corner, dude. Right around the corner. We're right
I'm
there.
waiting for, believe it or not, the one I really have enjoyed. I like Absolute Superman. I think that's great. But the one that got me hooked in, like when I started reading it, was Absolute Wonder Woman.
Well, and you were singing Green Arrow's praises as well.
Oh, my God. Green Arrow, absolute Green Arrow, man. Like, we're 1 issue into that, and I'm waiting. Next week, I am rushing to the comic shop at noon, at 11, I will be there when they open, and come home and drop another review of the next issue. But that freaking book is absolutely phenomenal. It has set so much shit up that it's just crazy to see where it's going, because we don't know who the Green Arrow. We don't even have a hint of who the Green Arrow is.
Who he is.
So Oliver Queen is dead. Oliver Queen has been assassinated in the new Absolutes, along with somebody else, and he's Diana Lance is hired by a private contractor. I'm not going to say who, because it's a real zinger when you find out.
I still think it's Oliver Queen, because again, my theory is that he just someone threw him in the Lazarus pit.
I was just about to say, as an outsider looking in, that'd be something that Oliver Queen would do, would be to cover up his own murder to become this version of Absolute, Green Arrow and stuff. That's something Oliver Queen would do. It's in his personality.
But what I really liked about it is it's not told from the Arrow's perspective. It's told from Diana Lance's perspective.
Interesting.
She's a detective, a former. She's got a serious case of PTSD from her time on the force, and she does private fighting on the side, and she's got hired to investigate what was going on. So yeah, this is some serious, crazy stuff going on. We have no clue where it's going.
So going back to Absolute Batman, are you? You're not reading it, but are you at least caught up with what's going on?
Roughly, I know Alfred's some sort of MI6 member.
Alfred is pretty much the Punisher.
Yeah, well, that's badass.
Alfred is a fucking full-blown assassin, pretty much Frank Castle Punisher. But he's also doing kind of most of the detective work for Batman. Batman is a brute, and they give his attributes in Volume 2. He is 6'9", 421 pounds.
He's a bruiser with a battle axe.
He is fucking massive, and his cape is not for gliding. I don't even know if this Batman glides. Ginger Wolverine, if you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't even know if this Batman can glide with his cape, because his cape, he describes it, he invented it when he was a child, when his father was still alive. He invented this, what he calls it, a bridge that was supposed to connect Gotham to Arkham in emergency situations. This mobile deployable bridge to save people from emergencies, and he put that technology into his cape, and it allows him to use it almost like tendrils, and they're pointy tips, so he can stab people in important joints and ligaments to disable them so that they can't fucking fight against him anymore and stuff. He can perch himself up to make himself 15 feet tall and attack people. It's very unique what they did with his cape in the Absolute series.
maybe I will break down and put it at the bottom of the list because the amount of books that I read, dude, is insane. Because it's not just weekly pulls, it's trades. Everything typically either is read personally by me and goes up for review. And I'm working. Oh God, I still have Absolute Superman trade paper, the second TP to read, Wonder Woman 1 and 2 to read, 3 and 4. 3's come out for those in a couple months too. My comic monthly is somewhere around what people spend on multiple streaming services a month.
Okay.
It's a problem. I'm working on it. There's meetings. But more importantly, I'm not ordering my books offline. I order my books from my local comic shop, and I make sure to keep the friendly local comic shop in business because it is a dying breed.
Right.
And also, more importantly, I've been going there for 25 days. They know me by name when I walk in the door.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it rivals what like most people spend on streaming services a month. But the difference between that is I read them and I own my property.
Right.
That physical media. But absolutes are destroying everything in the top sales. Like the top 10 sales is DC, 1 Dynamite, and 2 Marvel books.
Ben 10 at number 7.
Ben 10 killing it. The guy, the story about a guy who turns into aliens with a broken wristwatch.
Did you guys see that the creator of Ben 10 passed away? He just passed
No,
away
I didn't know
yesterday.
that. Oh wow.
One of the creators of Ben 10, a black gentleman, who was responsible.
He died like Dwayne McDuffie died.
When did he? I saw something.
2011. He's been dead for 15 years, and
maybe it was an anniversary.
He didn't just do Ben 10. He did Static Shock. He did Justice League Unlimited.
Yes, he did
and
all
he
of them.
Some of the best adaptations of.
So maybe what I saw was like an anniversary of his passing.
Celebration and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But Absolute Superman, Green Arrow is sold out. They rushed it into a second print to put out this month. They were selling out so fast. The Absolute is killing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows in DC's market share. Like DC has been killing the market share. And the worst part is that Marvel is not rising to the challenge. Marvel and DC have always gone back and forth. But Marvel has nothing on the horizons that is igniting fans to want to rush to read their books like Absolute is. And I know it could take a while, but with them putting TV people in charge of the comic book section, it's only going to get worse. They put TV executives who made freaking, what is it? They Agatha All Along, second season of Loki. The failed shows are getting moved into comic books. And they're not going to have people rush to get those comics. Like 40% market share is crazy. And that's only going to go up as Marvel continues to fall off. They're trying to capitalize on Midnight Suns when it's not. It's just a midnight book where they have alternate character histories and they're some kind of horror spin to try to combat the Absolutes. But you can't, because the Absolutes actually have clear direction on where they're going and what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Marvel just keeps, 6 issues in, no one's buying it, got to reboot.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like
that
they didn't really even know what they were doing with the Ultimate Universe, to be honest, like the reboot of it. I feel like they didn't really know what. I mean, there was a lot of popular runs, but I still feel like it was just kind of slop.
Ultimate Spider-Man was absolutely fantastic. And it did so well that they didn't like it. So what does Marvel do? They actually killed off Peter Parker in the alternate Peter Parker in the book.
Of course.
In the comics.
Of course they did.
Because you can't have a happy Mary Jane and Peter with kids together. It doesn't fit whatever crap narrative they're pushing. But the Absolutes are absolutely, there's no way to put it. They're killing it. They are dominating comics. Don't get me wrong. Image has some great books. Dude, you've got to read Battle Beast.
Yeah.
Like, it is.
You recommended it.
It's recommended. And more importantly, it's high tea and follows bro science.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not even huge into Invincible, and I'm a huge. He got me into Battle Beast. I'm a huge Battle Beast fan now. So.
Yeah.
Kirkman is the Kirkman can't go wrong. He's got a new one coming out called Terminal. I think. Let me find out. He's got a new one.
The thing
coming
is
out
with Robert
October.
Kirkman, man, like I was telling you backstage, I've recently read the entire Invincible run. I've finished it, and it's fucking phenomenal. I loved every single moment of it, and I've seen some discourse online about controversial character development with Mark and the Viltrumites and stuff and what's going on with that. I thought it was brilliant. And I thought that it made sense for the comic book. But then you watch the TV show on Amazon, which he is a part of and he is involved in it. And then you're seeing some of the changes with Tech Jacket, with Amber being race swapped, with his friend William coming out as gay in the first season. In the comic book, William doesn't come out as gay. William's checking out chicks.
Yep.
Early on, William is a womanizer with Mark early on, and it's not until much later, deep into the third compendium, where Mark goes to visit William at college, and it's like, oh yeah, he's gay.
Yeah,
But
the best part is nobody. Most of the time, I've found in comics and TV shows, nobody cares if the character's gay. Just don't subtract from the main story. That shouldn't be the focus because it's inconsequential to telling an overarching of a story. If you want to have a character gay, who gives a shit? We're here to watch superheroes. We're here to see them do amazing things, and we're just here to see that shit. But I actually saw some normie say, "Oh yeah, the show is fixing the comics."
see, I hate that because here's the thing: the show with William being gay early on, like in the first season, William's gay, has nothing really of consequence in the overall story. Kirkman is only doing it for Amazon's DEI money. And that's the thing. I've seen Kirkman on several podcasts recently after season 4 ended of Invincible. The dude's cool. He's a bro. He's one of us.
He's a nerd. He's just a nerd that loves telling comic stories. And although I will, while I love Invincible, I love the voice cast, that art in that show is absolutely abysmal compared to Otley's stuff.
I might have a hot take on that.
Go ahead.
I don't care. I would rather them give me a season a year and have mediocre to lukewarm good animation with good storytelling, good voice acting, good story arcs, and have consistent seasons every year than waiting fucking 4 years for a new season to come out. Like, just let's take Stranger Things, for example.
Oh, God.
It took 5 fucking years in between season 4 and season 5. Like, and people get disinterested and they have to rewatch season 4 to remember what's happened to, get caught up before season 5. The fact that Invincible has pumped out one season every year since 2022?
Yeah, that's actually
like
pretty good.
I appreciate it. So the first season of Invincible is the best animation. They took their time. That the detail and the art is the best of the entire series. But I will take a season every year over fantastic animation. And I don't even think the animation's that bad. When there's a moment when there needs to be some incredible animation, they do it. Like in episode 7 of season 4,
when they blew up Viltrum?
When they destroy Viltrum. Oh my God. I had never seen anything like that ever before in a cartoon.
That Otley panel when you see Viltrum going. Don't get me wrong. I think the show is great.
Book?
Yeah, in the book. That page of Viltrum just I love Otley. Like, I love his drawing, his art style. It's fantastic. And I don't think Invincible would have taken off with the first artist like it did with Otley. I think the first artist was okay. It wasn't great, but when Otley took over in issue 8, right after Omni-Man destroys the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Globe.
The art just takes off, and I don't think those panels, the fights with Thrag, the freaking conquest fights, all that stuff, all the Viltrumite wars would have been the same. The comic wouldn't be as good if Otley and it was the original guy instead of Otley.
Yeah. But anyways,
and I read I have read all of Tech Jacket. It is really good, and he fails to stick the landing. Kirkman's writing seems to suffer a little bit of the Stephen King issue of he starts off really strong. He's got his middle going. and he fails to stick that landing because he seems to somehow write himself into a corner and can't write himself out of it.
I don't really care too much about Tech Jacket, to be honest.
I read it because I was like, okay, if I'm going to criticize this character, I want to know what it's all about.
Yeah,
I got the compendium for 20% off at my local comic shop. So
yeah, the thing is with Tech Jacket, I didn't really care that they did a gender swap for Tech Jacket because I don't really care. I mean, Tech Jacket's also kind of like a womanizing idiot. He's friends with Alan the Alien, and he's just kind of there. I didn't really, when I was reading the comic books, I didn't really care for him. But anyways, my point is, I would rather have Invincible seasons every year and then have it take 3 or 4 years and have the animations be incredible.
I would do a year and a half to give them 6 months to cook it a little more, add a little more detail, because they blur out a lot. Like, I get it's for TV and Amazon and everything like that, but they blur out a lot. And the details compared to the comic and everything, you can't compare it, but it's not a bad show. I mean, the writing's solid. Every time I read the books, I hear J.K. Simmons' freaking voice as
oh yeah,
freaking Omni-Man and everything like that. But I don't think the show's bad. I just think it's a very abridged, normie version that's meant for mass appeal. Whereas hopefully it'll bring some people into reading the comics, and it did. It brought you into reading the comics.
Absolutely. I finished season 4 and I'm like, fuck, I can't wait. I cannot wait to figure out what happens in this story by watching the TV show. I need to buy the comic books and read it because I'm too invested at this point.
The freaking Thrax and Viltrumite army that Thrag breeds.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yep. Dude, one of my favorite arcs was the reboot arc when Mark falls into, I'm not sure if you've gotten here yet. I don't want to spoil it.
Spoil what you want. Like, people can tell me anything about a book. I will still go back and read it because there's things that are going to be missed. There are things in the art.
Ginger Wolverine, are you caught up? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Not necessarily. I don't really care too much about Invincible. I got to like issue 13.
Oh man,
I'm still gonna read it, but
okay, it's so cool. It hurts me to spoil it for you because it is a very unique storyline that's told. Mark on what's the planet? Alan the Alien and Thestria, where the traitor, the betrayer, what's his name? Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Thetis.
Thetis, yes, Thetis and Alan the Alien. Anyways, Mark and Oliver are on this planet. Oliver is a full-blown adult now, and they're doing some superhero shit on Thestria, and Mark falls into a pit. Like
the time travel arc,
the reboot arc, and
I don't know what the heck they're gonna do with that.
And he's visited by this like tentacle god mistress thing, and he's sent back to the very beginning of Invincible, and he is able to course correct and do everything right, all the mistakes that he's made, and even right some of Omni-Man's mistakes. He writes rights Omni-Man's wrongs. And he's able to turn Omni-Man good before Omni-Man does anything too crazy. And then he's visited again by this god. And it's pretty much like, you can stay here and you can play out this new life where everything is great. Or you can go back to where you fucked up, your dad fucked up, shit's fucked up, Eve had the abortion. And you can go back to that life, or you can stay here and do everything where Eve is still with Rex. Rex never cheats on Eve with Duplicate. And he's not with Eve. He's not with Amber. But everything is good and there's peace. And ultimately he decides, because Eve is pregnant again for the second time, decides to go back to the real world. And then when he gets back, 5 months have passed. And I think Eve had already had the child.
Months and like 3 years have passed. And it's absolutely crazy. But honestly, I'd go back too, because you're unmaking the existence of your kid, and that's not something. Yeah.
But I speaking of that, I'm so interested to what the show is going to decide to keep and what to cut out, because there is plenty of these side quests that are important to us readers that they're gonna deem, hey, we don't need this in the show, and
Actually, I've been holding off
they're
on
gonna
this one.
fuck up and do something.
There's an article from last month that I've been holding off for content, but now's no better time than now. Invincible TV creator Kirkman confirms future seasons will delve from comics with original storylines and side quests.
Yeah, and that's how we got the Demon Satan episode in season 4.
Yeah, I saw that, and I have to admit, I'm like, I do love Mark's like, I'm not kneeling to Satan. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it was good. It was fine, and you have Bruce Campbell voicing Satan. Cool. All right,
Cool.
whatever.
All right.
But it was such a pointless, stupid fucking episode. When I rewatched season 4, I skipped that episode because it's meaningless. And it's like, we're going to double down on that. That is a very bold decision there.
They're going to double down on it. Right now, I've heard it's 50-50 if they actually have Anissa give Mark the grape.
I think they will.
Well, it's 50-50, or the other opinion I saw is that Mark, because of what Eve did with the abortion, Mark will cheat on her with Anissa.
Willingly.
With the modern retelling, and then regret the cheating, and then the child becomes a product of that.
So that way Eve is a victim.
Victim, yes.
Fuck. You might be right, brother.
Yeah. You know what? There are some calls I just don't make because I honestly do not want to be right. I don't want to be right as often as I am most of the time. I hate it because it really does take the fun out of life and surprises.
And I think that what you just said is very plausible, because you're not going to have a woman grape a man because woman good, believe all women. Women wouldn't do that. That goes against the narrative and the agenda. So Mark will willingly cheat on Eve with Anissa and then regret it. And now Eve is the victim going forward. Totally plausible.
So Doomverse, Damien Darkblood is a fusion of John Constantine, Etrigan, and Jason Blood. He is supposed to be the center of the magical side of what the Invincible is. And I am working on a video, but I believe Invincible actually might be one of the most important comic runs in the last 20 years.
I loved it. And here's the thing, Damien Darkblood, he's in the show more than he is in the comics. He's hardly in the comics at all. Yeah,
I know. I was happy when they put him in the show. Oh, good Lord. So we got some bad news coming out of DC movies.
Yeah.
Apparently, they have set something up for a crime-based TV show anthology spinoff with Jimmy Olsen's series. American Villain, after being rumored titled in DC. I'm like, that's okay. But it's still based off of Gunn's Superman shit.
So it's going to be this guy. It's in canon with his Superman 2025.
It's in canon with his Superman stuff, and like if it's true and it's in development is one thing. It hasn't started filming or get confirmed or anything like that. But the fact that it's even being entertained is just like you're just doubling down.
I have a theory about this as well.
I'm going to do well.
Shoot away.
I'm going to do well.
Well, the Paramount Warner Brothers stuff, James Gunn is on the outs. Paramount is not spending and paying $111 billion for James Gunn. And I know that Warner Brothers is bigger than DC, but for the sake of the conversation here, let's stick with DC here. They're not spending $111 for James Gunn. They're going to reboot. They're going to do it again, and we're going to get a third reboot in less than 20 years for DC. What James Gunn's doing is he is laying it all out there and telling Paramount, look at all of my neat ideas. This is what I have in motion. And he's going to try to spend as much money as he can. So when Paramount finally acquires Warner Brothers, it's going to be in the debt so that Paramount is forced to produce and finish these projects that James Gunn is doing. He's going to start all of these projects right now. I don't know if you've heard the rumors about a Bane and who? Fuck. There's going to be a buddy cop movie or TV show with Bane and somebody, I forget who it was.
That
and
makes my brain hurt.
You've heard of this too, right?
Yeah, anything coming out of Gunn is just miserable. But I've heard rumors about Bane. I even heard that apparently Sebastian Stan's supposed to be playing Victor Zsasz.
None of this makes sense.
Movie.
None of this makes sense. For the past like 9 months, Sebastian Stan has been playing Two-Face Harvey Dent, and then yesterday they start filming. It's like, oh no, Brian Tyree Henry is now playing Harvey Dent. Sebastian Stan is playing Victor Zsasz. Scarlett Johansson's supposed to be in the movie. It's like, oh well, apparently she was going to be playing Gilda Dent. And now you have apparently Clayface is going to be in it. It's going to take place during winter, so that screams. A lot of people are saying Mr. Freeze, and you have Two-Face, Victor Zsasz. Also, they were saying Court of Owls is going to be in this. And then Gilda Dent. And I'm thinking, well, so here's the thing, Brimstone. I'm thinking if you're going to have all these characters in it, what this tells me is that we're doing Long Halloween, Holiday Killer, and this is going to be a part 1 of 2, and Batman Part 2 and Batman Part 3 are going to be a Part 1, Part 2, and it's going to be Long Halloween stretched across 2 movies. That's the only way this makes sense.
I still think the first Batman movie dropped the ball because the Riddler, that movie, was the perfect setup to enter into the Court of Owls for this.
Yes,
season.
It was.
With the way the Riddler was set up. And I brought this up to my friends. Oh, that's just dumb. Why would they do that? Normies won't get that. No, but introduce them fucking to it. Court of Owls is a fantastic story.
Especially when he goes back to the old Wayne Manor that became the orphanage, and then it's revealed that Martha Wayne is an Arkham, a descendant of the Arkham family. And it's like, this is perfect. And how Thomas Wayne was intertwined with, you know, the deep state of Gotham and the mayor and stuff and the elections and shit. It would have worked so good to introduce Court of Owls in the first movie. It would have been great, especially the fact that Batman on his gauntlets had the same little his gauntlets looked like Talon from the Court of Owls.
The like Batman wasn't a bad movie. It was one of the biggest opportunities missed.
I think movies. The first 2 acts are great. I still love that movie. The detective work, like Batman, the detective work he does in that movie is great. The sound design, Gotham. I think Jeffrey Wright is Jim Gordon, although
I love Jeffrey Wright, man.
He's great. You don't even think about it. That's the thing. You don't even think that he's black. You don't even think about it. You're just like, yeah, that's Jim Gordon.
But what I really
love the movie.
You know what I really liked him as? Felix Leiter in freaking Bond, in Craig's Bond films.
Yes. Yeah.
He was fantastic as Felix Leiter.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and he was also in Shaft, like with Samuel L. Jackson.
That movie. Haven't seen that one.
You gotta watch Shaft, man. Samuel L. Jackson is freaking John Shaft is badass, man.
Okay.
It's like an hour and a half. It's absolutely fantastic. He plays a drug dealer. He's the antagonist in the film, and he brings that up to like next level stuff.
Great actor, fantastic. Jim Gordon. I didn't mind it at all. But yeah, Batman Part 2, man, we were all excited, dude. Sebastian Stan screams Two-Face. When we all heard a few months ago, Sebastian Stan Two-Face, we're like, yeah, yep. That's Two-Face. Absolutely. And then it's like, oh, no, never mind. He's playing Victor Zsasz. It's like, you're going to cast Sebastian Stan and spend multiple millions of dollars on Sebastian Stan to play Victor Zsasz, who, in my opinion, is a C-list Batman rogue.
He's a great rogue. If you give he needs to be the only rogue. He can't be in a multiple films. If you did Batman versus Zsasz, it would be a lot of cerebral detective work of Batman trying to figure out his new pattern.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I think they're doing Holiday Killer and Long Halloween, because Gilda Dent is going to try to frame all these murders on different enemies, different villains of Batman's rogue gallery. So that's why you're getting Two-Face and Victor Zsasz and Mr. Freeze and Clayface and Court of Owls and stuff, because Gilda Dent is going to try to frame all of these murders around these different rogues of Batman. And that's why we're getting all these different characters. And that's why I think it's going to span across 2 movies. That's the only thing that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
It does. I can't deny it. We'll see where they go with it. Like, I am so burned out on anything adapted from comics and new spins. And instead of just taking the comic and adapting the story, they cherry pick parts of a story, and then they try to stitch it together into a movie, and it's so
And make
loosely
it
stitched.
gay.
And make it lame and gay. Put a chick in it. Make it lame and gay.
Yeah.
But I am just at the point where I love my comic books, and if I'm going to spend $30 to go to a movie, get a popcorn, 2 hours travel, 2 hours to watch the film, I'm going to spend the $20 on a freaking trade paperback. And then after the $20, I'll get a nice little frozen pizza and have that for dinner. Like the price variance doesn't work, and I can go back and read the trade paperback without paying again more money for it. And I guarantee you're going to get a more cohesive, solid story out of a trade paperback and something like that than you are out of most of the stuff coming up on the screen. And it sucks too, because there's so many great, rich stories out there, but they refuse to go near them. They're not using anything really past 20 years old. That they aren't going back into the 90s and everything. And I can get into a long tirade about that one. But what is it,
especially James Gunn, because they think he has this like he's given himself this like mentality that he's like, oh, I read comic books. He doesn't read comic books. He goes to Barnes and Nobles, picks up a trade, and then says, "Oh, this will be a good movie," and then throws it out there.
Well, part of this will be a good movie, and part of this will be a good movie. Like he wanted to do it, and like apparently he did an inverted, reversed Kingdom Come for the first Superman movie. That was his inspiration, and I'm like, I can see it, but your writing is kind of shit. And
also, The Boys and Invincible was his inspiration.
Oh, yeah, he turned freaking Lara and Jor-El into Viltrumites.
He literally turned Jor-El into Omni-Man.
Yeah.
And Ultraman Bizarro was Black Noir. From the comics, from the Boys comics, not the TV show, but, you know, being a Homelander clone, Silver Bullet, that's what Ultraman was in Superman last year.
And worse is that movie's pacing was miserable. It was literally designed for clips and TikTok. That's why I call it TikTok Superman. Nothing hits fast enough. No real emotions settle in. Nothing really kicks in because you've moved so fast on to the next thing because you have to keep that TikTok generation engaged.
Hey, but he's punk rock, right?
Yeah,
you guys like punk rock? Yeah, he's punk rock.
He's punk rock.
Nothing about that Superman was punk rock.
Nothing about that. That screamed brain dead TikTok doomstroll normie to me.
Way too whiny for me.
Superman doesn't bitch. He's supposed to be stoic. You relate to him by his actions and the goodness that he does. You do not see that struggle. You do not see that behind the scenes stuff that he goes through. Even the other hero, the only one who really ever sees it was Batman, and because Batman's his best freaking friend. Oh, and Lois, obviously. But you don't see that. He just kind of whines to the lanterns. He whines. You are the most powerful man in the freaking universe. Except for maybe Darkseid, but we could go back and forth all day on that one.
Sure.
But
how would you feel about Paramount scrapping everything? We're gonna walk away from everything that you thought you knew about these characters and do live action absolute adaptations.
I think they need to put Zack Snyder in charge of the writing, and they need to make sure it gets solid, but I think they could pull it off. They'd have to probably that you wouldn't need a lot of filler issues. You could do tight 10 episode seasons and trim it down. Nowadays, they're just letting anyone on this. They're just letting anyone on this channel nowadays.
What up, X-Wing?
X-Wing! Another comic book connoisseur coming in. My friend Misha coming in. The immortal gypsy woman. I swear, I've known this woman 10 years. She hasn't aged a day.
They don't. Usually they don't.
Digging the corgi? Yeah, he's right behind me. Bubba, you want to say hi, Bubba? All right. Sammy always makes an appearance. Everybody loves the corgi. Should see him when I take him for walks, man. Like, everybody loves this little dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Bubba.
That's awesome.
But no.
I think you're right with Snyder, man. If they do absolute live action movies, just reboot everything. Snyder's
Alan
the guy.
Richardson would make a fantastic freaking. I mean, you can't get anybody who's 6'9", except for the guy who played Paulie. But I can't from Reacher. But I can't see that guy being a main leading man. It'll have to be Richardson, which will mean he's a little shorter. But that's okay. Richardson could carry that. Honestly,
and you can put him in some lifts. Put him in some lift shoes. Make him 6'7".
And I also, more importantly, wouldn't. You'd have to be careful with the cast. I wouldn't do absolute Superman or Wonder Woman. They wouldn't adapt well. Too fantastic. It's a little too sci-fi. You need just a base Batman show. And we need shows. We need to stop with movies. We need television shows. We need stuff like Ginger Wolverine and I were talking. We would love to see a Question TV show. We would love to, just low-key heroes. We were thinking about we're tossing around the idea of a Dead Man Boston brand Quantum Leap style stuff going into a person who each person has a clue about his murder, but as each person learns a clue about his murder, it deepens the mystery as to why they assassinated this acrobat.
What about a Rorschach TV show?
That could be cool. Rorschach doesn't adapt well to television. They had to adapt him pretty lightly for the movie, let alone even something on he's too sociopathic, literally. Blue Devil, Etrigan. I love Etrigan. You know my love of Etrigan. I have almost a full run of the original Demon comics. Why are you smelling my beard? But there's so much they could do. Squirrel Girl. You want a cutesy thing? Squirrel Girl with Emilia Clarke. Right there. That will be just a cutesy little Squirrel Girl thing, but Marvel's too stupid to do that.
Didn't they have a Squirrel Girl thing with the AT&T chick? What was going on with that? You remember that?
No, I don't.
Remember the AT&T girl with the big tits?
Yeah, I remember. I want to say it might have been an April Fool's thing, though.
Oh, okay.
Always an April.
But I do remember
they had a Swamp Thing show. They had a Swamp Thing show, and we should have got more of that Swamp Thing show. They cancel all the good. Look at one of the best adaptations of Constantine we have seen was the television show that was on ABC. Absolutely fantastic. You had the Mystery House, a version of the Mystery House that was well adapted. He had freaking Naboo's helmet. He had Dr. Fate's helmet. In the first episode, the girl goes over and picks it up and looks at it. And he tells her, you better put it down before it puts you down. And I'm like, oh, we're going to get Dr. Fate. Apparently, we were supposed to have Spectre, Dead Man, freaking Demon, freaking, no, God, Doctor Strange, Phantom Stranger. All of them were coming in season 2 to help fight off this massive apocalypse. And they canceled it after 13 episodes.
Was this a CW thing?
No, this was an ABC show.
Okay.
That was Constantine. It was on 10 years, and it was fantastic. Matt Ryan was Constantine. It was so good. And they just wouldn't know.
It happens, man.
All my favorite shows get canceled. Is why I've given up on most modern television. I'm more happy watching reruns of Home Improvement than I am of watching anything new, man. And by the way, Home Improvement still freaking holds up. Tim Allen is based even back then. And his wife, there's some episodes where she's just like, no, you're not doing this for equality. You're doing this specifically just to piss him off.
Dude, I like the first 3 seasons of The Flash.
First 3 seasons of The Flash were great. First 2 seasons of the Arrow when Deathstroke came on and the armies in the streets. And, Mano Bennett as freaking as Slade Wilson. His presence, his delivery was absolutely fantastic. Have you read the new Deathstroke Terminator comics?
Have not.
It's a DC next level. They're basically taking low-key characters and bringing their A-team to them.
Okay.
And the writing in this is fantastic. It is violent. It is everything you want from a Deathstroke comic. They also have
really good things about it.
They have Zatanna. This next level stuff is fantastic. They have Zatanna Deathstroke. The Lobo one is really out there. The art is solid. The writing is mid, but basically somebody put Lobo in a intergalactic live action television show, real life television show, following him around with a camera. It's really out there at points, but it's pretty good art. Here, I'll share this. Let's see. This is my personal pull list that I pull every month, and I'll just yeah, but let's see. Superman Father of Tomorrow is pretty good. I did a review on that the other day. Whereas Dead Man is part of the next level as well. That just started up. That's fantastic. It's done by the guys who did Ice Cream Man. Firestorm. This book is amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. Basically, the premise of it is Firestorm lands on Earth, burns a whole town, and no one knows what's going on. They bring in his girlfriend, and you find out that the Firestorm Matrix is suppressing both personalities inside of it.
Mm.
And it's just, and we don't know what the Firestorm Matrix is doing.
Interesting.
It's going to be like what, 6 issues, or is it?
It's so good. It was 6 issues and got bumped up to 9.
Wow.
Okay.
It's so good, and I also ordered a second copy of the Battle Beast second print because I love it. Dude, that Conquest cover freaking slaps.
Dude, that's sick, dude. That's sick. Dude, in the I think it was Compendium 3, dude, Battle Beast and Thrag have like a 3-month fight.
Yep, 3-month fight, and Battle Beast started out wounded, or Thrag started out wounded, and Battle Beast wounded himself. They keep it fair.
Yeah.
Slashed his guts open.
They do have 2 that were announced for the next level series, and they announced a Jonah Hex and an Etrigan the Demon run. Now, I'm excited for Etrigan the Demon, but at this point, I'm actually more excited for the Jonah Hex run. Because Jonah Hex all he is a gunslinger, a Confederate bounty hunter, and he kicks some serious ass. It's a Western comic. So good.
We need more Western comic books.
Well, like, Rippaverse, by the way, for the Beardo at checkout at Rippaverse. Make sure you use that when you check out. Get that sweet, sweet discount.
Yep, use code Beardo at the checkout for Rippaverse. Absolutely.
I'm waiting for all the pre-orders to be done, and I have a 10 comic list I plan on ordering from Rippaverse. Probably in November. I actually have to send out stuff for grading. Did I show you how lucky I got, Beardo? Did you see that episode of the Real Short Box?
I don't think so.
All right, Bubba, go down. Bubba, okay. I gotta get up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I gotta move. So my neighbor needed some help. So me being a good person, I grabbed he offered to sell me a box of comics for $70.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, so I'm just like, sure, why not? I'll do it. I don't know if there's anything in there, but I'll do it because I'm a genuinely pretty decent guy, and you're a single white male taking care of your elderly disabled mother. But what I got in the box is what really hit home. For a $70 box, which basically had like 60 comics, so it was about $1.25 a book. We got the first appearance of Dark Phoenix.
Holy shit. Okay.
The second appearance of Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
Days of Future Past 1.
Wow.
And Days of Future Past 2.
Holy shit. Look at that, dude.
So these are going out for grading in a couple weeks.
That's incredible, bro.
And I'm just like, holy shit. And I'm like, okay. And then, we got some other ones. We got, Cyclops Walks Away.
Okay.
Kitty Pryde joins the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Minor key right there. Where's another good? Something wrong with Charles? I don't know. Seen these up on my comic shop wall. So I'm like, these must be important. Oh, and just a badass Dark Phoenix cover.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But no, I got these, and I still haven't bagged and boarded the rest. Most of them are beat to hell, well-read and well-loved. But these ones are actually in decent condition that are going to be worth sending out for grading, especially the Days of Future Past. I found a local comic shop where I don't actually have to ship them out myself. They'll grade them under their account, and they've been doing it for 12 years. So it'll take a couple months to get back, especially after con season. But they're definitely going out for, at least the Days of Future Past are going out for grading. I have been told by multiple people I know from collectors and everything like that, that those will not go down in value. They are highly sought after keys. And even my lovely co-host here decided to try to bribe me for them.
I did. Yeah.
But yeah, it's that I got lucky off a box of comics and just hit it. And I'm unbelievably happy I did. Good deeds, you know. And even if I got nothing, I still wouldn't have regretted. I helped somebody keep their home for a month.
Right. Yeah.
They got their bank account hacked, and they were running late on rent.
Fuck, man, dude, that sucks.
There wasn't even a question. I'm just like, I don't have it now. Giving you a couple days, and there was no question. Just help the neighbor.
Yeah.
Yep. We got Ladybug coming in. Wonder who on the live. Just be happy. 16. Just be happy. We got Fear the Beardo on. Yeah, X-Wing. Those are in great shape. But no, there is so many good low-key comic runs out now too, man. Like, there's one coming out by IDW called Operation Iron Coffin. It's a World War II book where they put Dracula on a train full of Yahtzees. Can you imagine what's going to happen with that one? It's like a Van Helsing fan. There's just so many great books that I try to do. And that's what I try to do with the channel. There's so much crap to filter through. And there's so many smaller comic runs out there that just don't get the publicity that they need.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like, Absolute's going to kill it. And damn it, Beardo, you got me wanting to buy Absolute Batman.
I think you should, man. I think you should, because there is detective work in it. It's a little bit is coming from Batman, but he is a brute. He's a brawler. But you still get it with Alfred and stuff.
I could deal with. It's the battle axe I have an issue with. Honestly, it may sound weird, but it is honestly the battle axe, because that gives me far more Conan feel than.
He only uses it. I will say this: he only uses it in times of desperation. It's not his go-to.
Invincible is really good. Highly recommend it. After you're done Invincible, no bullshit, read Battle Beast. The 12th issue finishes in, oh God.
That's still ongoing. Battle Beast is ongoing?
Battle Beast is ongoing. And the worst part is they take 6-month breaks in between each run.
Fuck.
So you'll get you'll be able to catch up on both the trades. And I have the trade on pre-order. When does that come out?
Worth the wait, though.
Oh, by the way, did you hear we're getting an absolute Cassandra Cain?
Cassandra Cain.
Yeah, and the Absolute universe. She just debuted in the new Catwoman run. Absolute Cassandra Cain. And
the name sounds familiar. The name sounds familiar, but
Cassandra Cain.
Yeah, I don't know.
Batwoman, the red-haired one.
The red-haired Batgirl from Dark Knight.
No, Batgirl, Batwoman.
Batwoman. Okay, Batwoman.
But in the Absolute universe, she's a full-bird assassin.
Okay. Cassandra Cain.
She made an appearance in. She made her first appearance at the end of the latest Catwoman, the Absolute Catwoman, which, by the way, is more Batman than Absolute Batman.
Oh, you haven't read it yet?
I mean, literally in terms of detective work and stuff like that. Like, it is tech. She's a high class. She's the best thief in the world, and she's about to retire.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Cassandra Cain. The only two women that I know in the Bat family was Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, and Carrie Kelly from Dark Knight Returns as Robin.
No, this one is. So the next...
I'm not too familiar with Cassandra Cain.
The next Battle Beast trade paperback comes out in September. Oh, yeah, releases September 9th, and that'll cover issues 7 through 12. And then you can buy 1 and 2 at the same time and catch up on all 12 issues, and then you'll have to wait. Because basically, the whole run is built up to a fight between Battle Beast and Conquest. And literally...
yeah.
Literally,
this is all a prequel.
No, yeah, it's a kind of a prequel. So when Battle Beast leaves after beating the current Guardians of the Globe, when he's hired on, he's like, "You're nothing to me," and then he steps through the door. That's when Battle Beast's story continues, and it'll going all the way up to when he's captured on imprisoned on board the Viltrumite ship. That's Battle Beast's art. That's what Battle Beast is covering, and it is absolutely fantastic. Battle Beast does some absolutely outrageously awesome shit. Yeah. But the last issue, is the 12. All the caption says for what the issue is about is what? Did you think they were only going to fight for 2 issues?
Yeah. Okay.
Because Invincible's known for that long, drawn out, knockdown fights. Yeah. In the last issue, and the best part is the comics are only $4 a piece. And they're not a lot of ads either, unlike Marvel, who puts an ad in every 3 pages.
Dude, that was nice about the compendiums that I bought. There's not one single ad. Not one in those Image comics, the compendiums. Not one.
Issue 12 cover.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you.
That's sex.
You love Invincible. You will absolutely love this.
Okay.
Because Invincible isn't in it. You'll get Viltrumites, but without the mark, and Omni-Man, and all that family crap drum.
Omni-Man's my favorite character, though.
Omni-Man too, but you will get Battle Beast doing what Battle Beast does best.
Okay.
I'm convinced that it's Brimstone's life goal to get everybody into Battle Beast.
Man must have his life goals. All right, but you said you had to go by 8. Don't let me keep you for XCast. Thank you so much, Fear the Beardo, for being on here. You have the link. You are welcome back anytime on stream. Feel free to pop in.
Dude, this was a freaking blast, man. I love this show, dude. Honestly, my first time watching. I didn't know it existed until you emailed me about it. But, dude, this is great. I love this.
All we do is sit around and talk about random comic shit for a couple hours.
I love this, dude. This is right up my alley, especially since now I'm getting more and more into comic books and spending more time reading, man. This is fucking awesome, dude. Hey, Brimstone,
I could
Ginger
send
Wolverine.
You a massive list of trade paperbacks you should pick up that I have off my rack.
I'm reading the Batman the Black Mirror right now, and I got yelled at for reading this without having read Final Crisis before. I got fucking yelled at. It's like, Beardo, why haven't you read this, and this before you read Batman the Black Mirror? And I'm like, I don't know. I went on Reddit and Googled best Batman comics, and somebody suggested Black Mirror, so I fucking bought it, and I'm reading it.
Gingy is more of the Batman fan than I am. He reads far more Batman than
Ginger,
I am.
Am I committing a cardinal sin by reading the Black Mirror before reading Final Crisis and all this other shit?
No.
Okay. I got yelled at badly for reading Black Mirror without having read all these other fucking comic books. This guy's like, you haven't read Final Crisis. You haven't read this. And I'm like, he's like, you shouldn't be reading the Black Mirror. And I'm like, I don't know. I fucking bought it. I'm reading it.
Larry's got it exactly. Read it. Fuck them. You know what I'm reading right now? I am in the middle, like not for review, but for own personal entertainment. I'm reading a series called Dark Knights of Steel. It is Laura L. and Jor-El crash on Earth during the Middle Ages. Laura gives birth to Kal-El on the planet, on Earth, and they literally crash in the middle of it. It is Game of Thrones with DC level superpowers.
Fuck
and you
yeah,
don't think it would work. You don't think it is, but it is fantastic. And they're just starting up another run. And oh, dude, how much metal do you have to be to have a Viking Deathstroke?
Okay, that's sick as fuck. That's sick.
Viking Deathstroke.
Yeah, that's badass with a beard.
He's got the badass beard. You think he's Odin, you know? But oh my god, like
that's sick.
And the art is all like black whites with little splashes of color because it's all in the frozen north.
That's great. That's awesome.
So much good shit out there, and I found that this actually just crossed up in my feed, and I'm just like, this actually sounds like something I need to read. But I'm sorry, man. I know you got to be there at 8. Don't let me keep you for XCast.
Dude, you guys are awesome. It was good meeting you, Ginger Wolverine, Brimstone. Always a pleasure, brother. You have a good rest of your show, man. And I'll talk to you soon, dude.
Yeah, thanks, Fear the Beardo. Really do appreciate it. Where can they find you before you head out?
You guys know where to find me.
Oh, Fear the Beardo, everybody. That's absolutely fantastic. Show. Oh, no. Oh, what a good show. Love Dr. Fate. I think Dr. Fate is awesome. I have his 4-issue short miniseries when Kent dies and he goes and splits into the two people. It's set aside. I haven't read it. My TBR pile is crazy for comics, not to mention my novel, back reading for novels. It's crazy, but yeah, Dr. Fate is absolutely fantastic. And I really thought that Pierce Brosnan did a fantastic job with him in Black. I watched Black Adam for Dr. Fate. I didn't watch Black Adam for freaking, Dr. Fate. So we got some other stuff. You ready, Gingy?
Yeah.
I got this one, and I couldn't help thinking, and I couldn't help think of you when I saw it. Why? Because it's compact comic related.
These compact comics. I'll go over the facts, the pros, and then the cons to these little.
By the way, shout out to Yoo-Hoo Comic Reviews for this fantastic little short.
Books. First of all, these books are tiny. They're smaller than a trade paperback, and they are way smaller than a omnibus edition. They're also cheap. They're $10, which is a really good price. Like, if you're trying to read a story for $10, this is the best bang for your buck. And they collect really good and popular stories. For example, this Batwoman book is actually out of print in the omnibus format, so I got the compact comic version. As far as the cons go, these books are very cheaply made. I could tell this binding is going to crack in half in probably less than a year, especially if you reread this book often. And then on top of that, the art is just way too small for my life.
You just gotta take good care of them.
Unk status.
Like all your other books
now, but it's really hard to read these letters a lot of the time. It's just a little too small for my liking. Overall, compact comics are cool. I'm definitely more of an omnibus guy, but if you're looking to check out a story for $10, you can't really go wrong.
So, I think compact comics are great for intro readers, but the biggest issue I have is because of their size and how the spine is and everything, you can't get the full art of the page. Now, if comics start being drawn and everything like that so they could be more easily adapted to compact comics, that's great. But this just feels like they're trying to do what manga. Those are the size of a manga.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I like them. I mean, I'm a hobbit, so it's good size in my hand.
No, you're just a ginger midget. Come on. You're also my brother. No, so Solomon Grundy, big screen, could pull it off, I think. Yeah, but we're also getting absolute Solomon Grundy in a few months. Yeah. He's showing up in the new Black Arrow, which I'm like, oh boy. No, there's a lot of things. So also Chuckle Nuts, the idiot redhead that you love so much that throws around his comics, really pissed me off. Did a number on me, but let's watch this awesome video. Don't follow Comics Cops, but credit to him for this freaking video.
But every single day I'll receive multiple DMs or comments of people telling me I'm not allowed to recommend comics because I'm a beginner. And ultimately, that makes no sense whatsoever. Because I'm new to comic books, I feel like I can empathize with new readers and guide them to where I started. I make reading orders of my favorite characters to basically tell you guys how I got into those characters and my favorite stories of those characters. My recommendations are not definitive answers. They are just my personal preference and how I got into those characters. Second of all, I completely understand how you'd feel disrespected that I, a beginner come in and just say, this is how you should read comic books. But the way I title my videos can come across like I'm telling you the definitive answers, but realistically, they are just my personal preference and just a hook for the video. And third of all, please stop treating me like I'm the devil. A lot of you act like I'm telling you to read Mein Kampf, and it's the worst thing on earth, but I'm not. I'm just telling you to read New 52 Batman. Ultimately, just chill out, guys, and follow the comic.
All right. So a lot to unpack here. First of all, I now agree with you, Gingy. This guy is an idiot. 2, he treats his comics like crap.
Okay, so so a few days ago, he made, I don't know, I think he made another video. It was about the '60s thing, like doing an apology video.
We brought it up last week.
Yeah, and he was just like, "Oh well, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't say not to like. Don't recommend you. You literally said if you recommend '60s comic books, I genuinely hate you." So I'm like, don't tell me that you didn't actually really mean it. What you meant was something. No, that's what you literally said. So I'm sorry. That is a terrible take. Maybe an adult, unless they want to get into the '60s comics, I wouldn't suggest it. Like otherwise, if you're a kid, I'm going to tell you to go read the older stuff. Definitely, 100%.
So, first of all, I got a couple problems with this video, but I posted here. Yes, you now have my Instagram name. It is no12184. Congratulations. I look like a bot account for a reason. I said, nah, I realized you had bad takes when you said to stop reading 60 Spider-Man comics for beginners. Tells me your reading comprehension isn't up there to understanding them when the 10-year-olds are reading them when they came out. Shows how stupid you really are. My biggest problem with this video is an influencer is getting shit. That is part of being an influencer. I get shit. I get called a racist and a Yahtzee at least once a day. But I never apologize and make a video on it. If you're going to say something, fucking stand your ground.
Yeah, never apologize.
Never bend the knee. Never bend the knee.
Done it once, learned my lesson.
You do it. I told you. Never bend the freaking knee. Stick by your convictions. Stick by your convictions. Seriously.
Yeah.
A minute. You're damn right. And that purse has bricks in it, motherfucker. But no, just, you know, I would at least respect him if he didn't come out and make that video. But your opinions are now all invalid. You don't stand for anything.
I will say this about his channel. His recommendations are awesome.
And his take on freaking complex is amazing too.
It's all about here is where, like, especially for younger kids, he's like, here's where to start for beginners. Like, that's always his recommendations is for beginners. That is fantastic. But the problem that people have is the way that he treats his books, and I get it. It's the way it gets him the views. It really does get him the views. But dude, he's like, I've seen like some of his videos. Like, I think he had like an Ultimate Spider-Man, like the old one, and Omnibus. It was ripped to shreds. And I was like, bro, chill out. So I don't know if you've noticed too, his videos in the last couple of days, he has not been throwing his comic books.
No, that's absolutely, you know, seriously, if you say something like that, fucking back it up. And also, more importantly, Miles Morales is Miles Morales. And I will stand by that, and I will chisel it into my gosh darn headstone.
The only time I'll ever read a book with Miles Morales is when it's like an event. That's like pretty much it.
Well, speaking of that stuff, the DC boycott's over.
Yeah.
That lasted 2 days, and they
That
got
was
told
peaceful.
to stop.
Yeah.
That one really got me. They got told to stop. I'm like,
Man, those guys.
fantastic. Get those somebody do that for the ICE protesters. Get them out there to stop. Just tell them to stop.
What's crazy is one of those guys, I think I told you, one of those guys I actually got along with pretty well. And then he started going on this DC so white, so then I started I didn't like ignore him, but I kind of just like stopped messaging him. And then all of a sudden the DC blackout. No, it was when he trashed on the Rippaverse. That was when I
Yeah. I tend to just ignore that.
Yeah.
So we do have some important things. So San Diego Comic-Con is right around the corner.
Yeah.
It is next month. We are going to be getting a lot of news, and I'm hoping that they are announcing freaking the new 2D Jonah Hex and freaking that shit. Like Jonah Hex and the Demon Run for the next level stuff. Oh, my comic shop really loves me. So they had something hanging in the window.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, hey, when you're done with that, instead of throwing it out, can I have it? And I didn't. The guy was just kind of looked at me with a blank face. Well, they stopped hanging it in the window, and I got it.
Right on. Do you have room to put it anywhere?
What?
Oh heck yeah, Lobo.
It's got Lobo, Deathstroke, Firestorm, Etrigan, Batwoman, Zatanna. And the only one it's missing is Jonah Hex.
It's almost perfect.
Almost perfect. And this is going to be framed. I'm going to find a frame for this, and it's going to go into that frame. And it will hang on my wall right next to my John Romita lithograph of Spider-Man. Yes, on the wall next to me. I have sent a picture to Gingy. He can confirm that I have a John Romita lithograph of...
He does.
It is a print, but I don't care because I love that picture. It's Spider-Man hanging upside down with his rogues gallery. Oh, fucking YouTube. Etrigan. Yes, Etrigan. Makara and I have a deep love of Etrigan and Jason Blood. It's how we bonded. Makara's a good friend. No, but we do have some sad news. I don't know if anybody here is familiar with the actor Taylor Mane. He was a former wrestler and played Sabretooth in the X-Men films. He was diagnosed with breast cancer. Only 1% of men gets booby cancer. And it is an absolutely terrible, terrible thing for women and men. Cancer just sucks in general. It got my grandfather, got my other grandfather, almost got my dad. But Taylor Mane was diagnosed with breast cancer as a man. It is unbelievably rare for a man to get diagnosed with breast cancer. That's why I recommend all the guys in chat, when you go to the doctors, you got to feel the moves. You got to. Big ones, little ones, whatever. Make sure that you check them because you too can get the booby cancer. And as you know, like my favorite author, Jim Butcher, actually does Save the Tatas for Breast Awareness Month. Absolutely fantastic, worth the wait. But yeah, no, Taylor Mane, absolutely give him some thoughts and prayers. Here's a video.
I have some bad news. I start chemo today. 1 in 750 men will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. And I'm one of them. Because it's rarely talked about, it's usually found at later stages and has worse outcomes. I want to change that. Follow, like, and share, and come along for my journey to kick this thing in the ass. Send this to 10 of your friends and have them follow me because people need to hear this.
My dad went through chemo. It is one of the most miserable things in the world. He went from a 6-foot-tall muscle guy with a bit of a belly to rail skinny in about 8 months. He was basically a skeleton. As the doctors told him, the chemo kills the cancer almost as fast as it kills you. It is a horrible, horrible thing. And all the prayers for Taylor Maine. Seriously. Like, yeah. All right. So, more positive news. San Diego Comic-Con is just around the corner. We're going to get lots of freaking things after I had a ADHD sidetrack mental derailment. But Jim Lee has released absolute variant cover rough sketches for San Diego Comic-Con. And while I'm not a big fan of Jim Lee, you can't deny the man's work. I'm going to scroll this out a little bit so we can get the full picture. There's his Absolute Batman run. Absolute Superman. I want to see what this looks like with color because there's going to be a lot of red and oranges in this.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like the heat blast, the fists are solar and everything with the Batman suit because of what the suit is. And man, I'm going to tell you right now, I did not expect Absolute Wonder Woman to be that damn good and hit so hard right out the gate. I read it once, and the more I think about it, the more I process everything that I read. I'm like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
They took Wonder Woman, wiped out the Amazons, had her raised by Cersei, gave her access to sorcery, and they gave her the freaking Berserk sword. I didn't think it would be that good, but I can't figure out why I like it so much.
I think the big sword is a bit much.
It's actually forged by the gods. It's a magical, forged by the gods, and it is a bit much, but that feeds into what it is. She also rides around a freaking undead Pegasus. It's the solar opposite of it's the polar opposite of what Wonder Woman is, because Wonder Woman has a sword, she has a shield, she's very defensive fighting, two-handed, big honking sword. Really does scream the opposite of an offensive character.
Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't think I would like it this much, but oh my God, I am loving this comic. Damn it, Beardo. Oh wow, we have some extra ones. Oh, look at that color. Look at, man, like that is all going to be orange and black. That cape's going to get red. Oh, that Superman is going to go so freaking hard. Damn it, Beardo's got me.
Laser, like Cyclops covers like that. When the lasers are just shooting, dude, they are awesome.
Jim Lee may be an ass, but I can't deny his art skill. Just like Van Sciver's an ass, but the guy actually's got skill. He's a great artist.
I see his flaws. But
I see his flaws too, but he's drawn some very good Green Lanterns.
He has.
He's got his flaws, but the one thing I can't hold against him is he's not a shit artist, and people wouldn't be pissed at him if he didn't have good art. Now, people would be less pissed at him if he just learned to stop talking and draw the scribbles, but unfortunately, he doesn't. But these are all San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm like, I don't care. Oh my God, look at that Superman.
There you go.
Look at that Superman, dude. Look, you can't tell me that doesn't freaking slap.
I didn't realize the cloak was, or his
the cloak. We don't know. So the suit, I covered it in the thing. The suit is some sort of advanced AI, kind of like Jarvis, because it's actually his ship that brought him to Earth.
Does he have what is it called? What is it called? His like ice cave, his crystal cave. Does he have that?
No, there's no fortress.
There's no fortress.
No fortress. This suit is the built-in Fortress of Solitude. It's built into his suit.
I actually like that. Yeah.
I didn't, like I said, some of the freaking stuff I didn't think I was going to like. This is why I'm like, I didn't think I was going to like Superman. I didn't think I was going to like Wonder Woman, and I absolutely loved them. Should I give Batman a try? And while I'm not collecting floppies, it's way too hard. And apparently Absolute Batman #1 is running for about $400.
I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't have any interest in Absolute Wonder Woman, like zero interest. But
I
Absolute
fucked
Superman, We'll see.
It's going to
It
be
looks
bottom of
promising.
the list, but it's probably something I'm going to get and I'm going to read. I gotta, even though it's not my personal thing, I gotta like it and I gotta give my thoughts and opinions on it.
I'm throwing myself in.
If Gary can watch Star Wars and suffer through that, I can spend $20 on some trade paperbacks and get the absolute Batman comics. And I'll probably get the hardcovers, and not the reason you think specifically, because when you open the hardcovers, it opens all the way instead of the spine being curled, and you can get all the artwork on the page. Okay. And I'm okay with waiting to read those. I would rather wait till the third one comes out than buy all three at once.
Yeah.
I'm not going to guarantee. I'll probably. I guarantee you what's going to end up happening is like, it's not that bad. I probably won't like it as much as I like the other ones, but I'm like, it's not a bad Batman run. There's definitely better out there, but you're not going to hate it. Like, I guarantee you, anybody who is a diehard Superman fan will absolutely not like Absolute Superman.
I have zero interest in Absolute Flash.
I have zero interest in Absolute Flash, zero interest in Absolute Green Lantern, and I really wanted to like Absolute Martian Manhunter, but that art, man, like I love the art. I love the writing, but that art just messes with my eyeballs too much.
I had a guy argue with me. I don't know if you know, what is his name? Bumpkins.
It sounds familiar, but I kind of, no, I don't. It sounds familiar, but yeah.
I tell him, I was like, Absolute Batman is not a good introduction to DC or Batman. And he's like, why not? I was like, it's completely different. It is and he's like, so what? I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
at that point, he was actually just saying, so what, to get a reaction out of you for content.
Dude, he really, like, I tried to get, I have a thing where I try to get along with people that have that we don't have the same like views on things, and they end up just throwing it at me, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I try to be nice. I'm done. Like, I genuinely tried to be nice to him, and he spit me in the face.
Yeah, no. So apparently, Absolute Catwoman is selling so well, DC triggered an emergency second printing for the first run, for the first prints.
Oh wow!
They sold out.
Hold
on to your short, boss. A spectacular pursuit of Gotham City collectors. Absolute Catwoman is triggered a second. What makes this announcement an absolute jaw dropper for back issue hunters is the timeline. DC triggered a second printing on Tuesday, June 9th, the day before it released. A full day before the first printing landed on comic shop spinner racks Wednesday. Ooh, that's a good name for a thing. I gotta 1 minute. Gotta write that down.
I have zero interest in Catwoman. I don't understand the hype behind Catwoman, but
it's not I wasn't really excited to get it. It's not a bad book. It's not an amazing book. I really did enjoy it. It has imagine Catwoman with Bruce Wayne's tech and being a world-class thief. Like literally world-class thief, ready to retire. Best friend from the streets gets in trouble, and it runs that route. That never rose up like Catwoman did. So yeah, it's definitely something. It's not great, but I would recommend it if believe it or not, if you're a Batman fan, it's not that bad. Like if you're the tech savvy type of reader, absolutely. This is the kind of comic. This is a good one. But otherwise, I can't recommend it as a generic thing. It's way too niche. But yeah, the fact that they ordered a second run is ridiculous. That's just insane. And like the freaking like we were going over the numbers. Like there's a reason Absolute is dominating. It's because they have a clear path on what they want to do. Why not just read Batman then? Because I'm 43 and really freaking stubborn. That's why. That answer your question, Larry? I'm 43. I'm stubborn, and I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trade paperbacks to read on top of my monthly comics, on top of everything else I have to do. And more importantly, financially, I can't do it right now. And if I'm going to do it, it will be later in the year when the third one is out in September, and I'll buy all 3 hardcover. Why am I going to buy all 3 hardcover? Well, let me tell you, because my OCD will slowly chip away at my brain if the whole run isn't that. That's why I'm rebuying Superman #1 and mailing the alternate one to Ginger. That's why, because I'm buying the hardcovers for them. That way it matches the absolutes, because I'm crazy. Yes, by the way, I also I found a great deal on the Dark Knights of Steel. $32 for both hardcover trade paperbacks. Why are they hardcover? Because now slowly but surely all of my DC books are going to become hardcover, so they look good on the shelf and it doesn't eat my brain. Whew. So apparently, there's a big hullabaloo going on over Todd McFarlane. Did you hear about this one?
Yeah.
There is no there is no stopping it. This will come. This will happen. It will happen sooner rather than later, and you're going to hate it. You will adjust, but AI is coming for everything. It will start a little bit smaller. It's already been filtered out on the internet, but we can't stop it, and we're all doomed. Just enjoy the ride. But this was posted. This is off of TikTok, and since I don't really listen to TikTok or have an account, why are you doing that?
I don't get what the why people are so worked up. I don't get it.
You don't get why people are upset about it?
Yeah. I don't, and here's why. Like they're a tool. It's a tool. And we can break down this tool in a minute, and I will. But if we just look at it as an efficiency, it's a tool that's efficient. Every tool that's come along in the history of mankind put somebody out of business, right? Somebody along the line was selling a lot of buckboard wagons, and then somebody said, I'm going to invent a car. And then it's like, okay, why don't we worry? Why don't we cry for them, right? So then all of a sudden the word processor came up, and now they're selling less pencils, right? Because like, why? We don't need pencils anymore. We can just do it on here. Matter of fact, we don't even need paper. We can just do it on here and send it in digital. And we didn't cry for them, right? So there used to be VHSs, and then it went to DVDs, and now you can just stream it, right? The people who are making DVDs are out of business for the most part. 90% of them don't exist. Why don't we cry for them?
Yeah.
So if there's an efficiency, the problem with any new tool, is it can be used for both good and bad. So I can give you a hammer, and you can either build me a house or you can bludgeon me over the head with it. Same tool, right? So I think what the people maybe at times are getting a little bit upset are that they're thinking that they're stealing artwork or something like that. But I swear to you, there's an efficiency there. We are just talking to a couple people in the animation. I still need to hire you, and I need you to do some gun designs for me. If you want to use that tool, you don't have to. If you're great, you don't have to. But if you want to use that tool, you can now give me 20 options. I need you to show me at the end of the day your weapons. You can give me 20 options, and I got 20 to look at, and I can pick the 2 best. If I leave it to you and you got to hand draw every single one of them and you don't got any kind of guidance, you're going to give me 3. And if all 3 of them are mediocre, I am stuck with mediocrity from you. But if you can give me 20 with a little bit of help, shoot, we're going to come up with a cool looking gun in the animation show we're doing or something like that. I don't like, our job is to put out the coolest stuff possible.
So that's the great Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn, one of the seminal Spider-Man artists in the 90s. And AI art is a massive hot buzz. And Mac, we'll get to you in a minute, Mac. I see you. So AI, you can't, like I said before, you can't stop it. AI, from everything that I know, and I'm not an AI expert, disclaimer right here. AI learns from other people. It is not real AI. It's not completely autonomous. It is machine learning. The machine is capable of learning and doing things based on what a person teaches it. But in order to teach it to draw something, it needs to be fed that artwork. It needs to be fed multiple samples, millions, thousands, whatever, and then it will draw derivative pieces from that art. And is it stealing? Is it not? You can't copyright AI art, from what I understand. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I just know that it's going to be prevalent more and more. And I understand where artists are coming from, because that's not only is that their bread and butter, but that's their talent, that's their skill. That's one of the things that helps identify who that person is. And I agree with Mac here. People should have the option. I use AI too. The thumbnail for this was made, the baseline background that I have for the short box was made using ChatGPT. Just a few simple prompts, and I was able to come out with that layout. Now, I can also tell you that the only reason I did it is because I am poor, and I needed a quick thumbnail that I could use as a base. But I have 100% intentions on tapping Mo Zamboni for artworks for this show, for a logo, and more importantly, for the Real Talk as well. But Ginger, go ahead.
So for me, when it comes to something like a YouTube channel, and you want a thumbnail, sure, that's fine. AI. This was AI. This right here, my I don't know. You can call it alias.
Your flag.
I don't know. Whatever it is, that was AI.
Banner.
If it's for the purpose of like artistic, like at an art gallery or in a comic book, I'm sorry, why? No, I don't like that at all. And especially when it comes to business, when you're using AI for business, that is fantastic. AI is a very good tool. I'm not denying that. But my biggest problem is with art, because you cannot replace human thought or human skills with fake AI, artificial intelligence. You just can't do that. And so when it comes to art, I completely disagree with that.
It's been caught in several things already too, dude. Like Wizards of the Coast has actually been caught using AI art for their books, and there's backlash. Unfortunately, Wizards of the Coast and D&D have fallen seriously hard to the left and other things. It's really bad, man. Like I played D&D since I was fucking 12, and for the first time, I'm not like the 5th edition books are all put away. There is no D&D paraphernalia in this room. No dice bag, and I have a dice bag. I have a few thousand dice, and I haven't used them in forever because I don't play anymore. If I'm going to do anything, it's going to be Evil Hat. I think you should get into that one with me. We'll talk after stream. But no, it's
the same thing goes with reading too, or with writing. I think AI should not have anything to do with writing.
I think AI needs to be more regulated. Unfortunately, we could go into this all day, but we have a Congress and elected officials that have no clue about anything that what's going on. And the tech industries know this. They know that the people in there are ignorant. They believe what they're told. They don't have anybody of age that's tapped into anything going on with them. So they're able to get away with pretty much anything they want. And unfortunately, here's the worst part. There is nothing we can do about any of this but spread awareness and document something about it, because it's coming. Whether we like it in there or not, it's coming. And it sucks. It really sucks. So buy your physical media, buy your DVDs, buy your Blu-rays, and a foot back is a step forward.
You know, something that I've actually thought about. So we know that it was like about, I don't know, about a year or two ago where DC, Jim Lee was like, we are not going to use AI in our comic books. I'm afraid because Marvel is doing so bad that they're going to try and weave into it.
I think they're going to lean into I think
Because
Marvel
they're so
will definitely
desperate.
for the AIR, and more importantly, the writing. Because while the art can be done by somebody, the writing is what's wrong with Marvel lately. There is no connection.
Yeah.
There is no anything like that that's resonating with fans. And people could say, well, let me rephrase, it's not resonating with enough fans. I'm sure they are getting comic sales. They are Marvel after all. But there's a reason DC has surged forward. It's because the new stories they have are resonating and liked by fans. Even old people are coming, even old fans are coming back and checking out this new Absolute spin. And Marvel is going to lean into AI. They already started, dude. They've already started.
Have they really?
Not on comics, but they've started on other things. They have some AI licenses going out and everything, like to license their characters to people make movies that they want to see and things like that. It's going to be coming. And I will keep my physical media. I will happily read my comic books till the day I die. And then after I die, they'll be properly sold and, I'll be put into the ground. But till then, there's nothing we can do. Like, it sucks. We are living in a time where my grandparents grew up. My grandfather was born in the 39. Sorry, I got his little card right here. That's my grampy. Miss him. Rest in peace.
There we go.
He was born in 1939. He was born in a house, not a hospital. He was one of 4 kids. He was the youngest. And he had the stuff he saw in his life, World War II, everything like it, going all the way through, how fast that moved. They started out with, barely any automobiles to ending now. Look at what we've lived through. We've had tech almost I have the bridge. I'm 83. So there's, obviously I lived before the computer boom and internet and everything like that. But you grew up, you're much younger than I am. You've always had the internet. You've always had some kind of tech or something. And that's your life. You're keeping up with everything. You don't remember how great and slow the world used to be. How it was my life was get the hell out of the house.
10 years of my life I do.
But I
was pretty sheltered.
Yeah, so the world's moving so fast, and the problem is because it's moving so fast, nobody has the attention span to look at it all and see what's actually going on. And at this point in either of our lives, all we can do is lead a happy life, pay attention to kind of what's going on and try to keep up, and enjoy the little things because they move so fast you never will know what's going to happen next. So just enjoy it. Live, man. That's like life is always like that, but it seems more important now with everything moving so quickly. Live your life and enjoy it. Don't worry about the phone. Don't worry about social media. Yes, we're on YouTube, and I'm a doom scroller on X, and I love trolling people because it's mildly entertaining. But live your life.
Especially Ben 10 fans.
Yeah, I really love pissing them off. You mentioned that you wanted to get a PS5 and get the new Wolverine game. Am I correct on that? Well, I behoove anybody to tell you not to spend your money. You can spend your money however you want. That is the glory of this country. And it's your life. It's your choice. As long as it's not illegal, who gives a fuck? I am going to advise against it, especially getting a console. If you're going to make the investment, invest in a gaming rig. And the reason you invest in a gaming rig, also use Metacode PC Drunk 3PO if you do. But Wolverine, This is from Yellow Flash. Love Yellow Flash. Met him at MegaCon. I got my freaking Mighty Golden Patriot signed. Absolutely fantastic guy. Chatted him with him for it because I was the first in line. I didn't want to be that asshole, you know. Team X. They removed X-Men from X-Men. Marvel Studios was kicking the idea around, but I think Victoria Alonso was fired that dropped it. Massive L. Yep, there is no X-Men in an X-Men game. In a Wolverine game, there's no X-Men. It's Team X. Now, I checked out on Wolverine as soon as I heard it because Sweet Baby Inc. was working on this game. This game has the Sweet Baby stink on it. They ugified Jean Grey. They did all that stuff, but it is not Team X. I hate modern shit changes name. Yep. Sweet Baby Inc. worked on this game. I don't care if it wins Game of the Year. This game is garbage, DEI trash. And I refuse to touch it.
I don't know, man. The title is just alone just gets me to want to.
I also, after I heard, I also had issues with the mechanics.
Wow.
So Wolverine's regeneration doesn't work. They could, whoever made this game obviously didn't play video or read comics. They're fucking idiots. Wolverine's regeneration doesn't stop. He can't be killed. He can be subdued for long periods of time, but he will regenerate as long as one cell exists. Okay, I can understand this. Whoever made this game didn't. Apparently, you can get killed and you can instantly regenerate by activating Berserker Rage and shit like that. I'm like, no. I like the fact that your skin regenerates and shit like that, but you should have to somehow disengage in combat and let it kick in just a little bit, and then it'll go back in. Then it'll rev up. But they didn't have that in this. They dropped the ball on one of the... Everybody thinks Wolverine's about claws. No, Wolverine's about the healing factor. No. The claws actually restrain his mutation. Because if he did not have the adamantium in his body, he would be a ridiculously feral mutant. Yeah. And the fact that Sweet Baby Inc. did this, and they're like, oh, it's violent, it's bloody. Yup, it's violent, it's bloody. Again, game is made for normies, not for comic fans.
Yeah,
now you can be jealous, Gingy. I got Nisha. I got my Wildcats #1 signed by Jim Lee.
Oh, there we go. See, again, I really don't know. I still don't. I need to look at videos and stuff on the video. On
my
the game,
advice for this would be invest in a gaming PC all around, because that will eventually come to PC. Spider-Man came to PC. All of those came to PC. Why? Because Sony can't afford not to put them on PC. And more. Here's the other part. More important. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think my wife and I we're looking into getting a Steam Deck. So.
Oh yeah, you'll be all right. So the other big thing is about that is what I hate about consoles is that you have internet access on it, but you need to pay a yearly fee to access that internet. And then after you access that, they gatekeep the internet from you, which honestly should be illegal under the FTC, under the FAA, or whatever the FTC or whatever the broadcasting people in the Americas. It should be illegal because they're gatekeeping the internet from you, which you already pay for. Which is why I like my rigs and PC and Steam and everything like that. And I don't play new games either. Like this PC is a little older. But it doesn't run like it used to. It's a little older and everything like that. It's only got a 3060 in it. And, I'm happy with the games I have. More importantly, as long as I cap it at 60 frames per second, I typically get no problems. Yeah. But no, I'm just tired of this. Oh, look, it's X-Men. It's Team X, and we're going to ugify Jean Grey. Arguably one of the hottest chicks in the freaking X-Men franchises.
They've been talking about changing the name of X-Men, I think, since the X-Men Dark Phoenix movie.
Yep, they've been trying. Unfortunately, X-Men still has a fair amount of brand recognition that can't be ignored. It's way too still recognizable of a brand. They're going to have to wait at least 40 years before they actually get away with that shit.
I honestly didn't think they'd actually do it because Kevin Feige, he'd been talking. It was called because the next saga is called the Mutant Saga instead of the X-Men saga.
Yep, and that's why
because he kept saying mutants, and so it was like. And so I'm like, well, maybe they actually are going to start doing that in the movies then, too, because they've already got this in the video game. So
yeah, they're doing it more and more. So we do have some good news. Apparently, Last of Us season 3 filming suddenly canceled, which sucks because believe it or not, Catherine Driver is actually a good actress. She's really good.
Oh, she's fantastic. She's fantastic.
And it really sucks. Bella Ramsey is she's just trying to figure out how she gets work. But Catherine Driver is absolutely fantastic actress. And it sucks that she got tied to this. But this is at the point where who knows where this is. Neil Druckmann already left season 3. And the show it's supposed to be widely celebrated, but it's not doing as well. It's not getting the response. And plus, you now have the problem with the interim between years. Like you're now going on 2 years without a season.
Yeah.
Yellowstone, the only reason that people are watching the Dutton Ranch and Landman and all these other shows is because Taylor Sheridan's name.
Marshalls.
Marshalls ain't getting widely well received. It's probably the issue is Marshalls is on broadcast TV. If Marshalls was on a streaming service and they could do but how often do you hear swearing in Yellowstone and everything like that? It can't be on a broadcast service. It needs to be on a streaming service because it's built for streaming service. It's centered around it. But honestly, we could wait another 3 years for the 4/6s to come out. And as soon as that comes out, it will be skyrocketing in the ratings. Yeah. Why? Because Taylor Sheridan's name still holds weight. I'm 2 episodes behind on the Dutton Ranch, and that's what I'm doing tomorrow night. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to watch the Dutton Ranch, and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it because I was already behind. The heat in this apartment was in the 90s for 3 days. My brain turned to mush. My dog wasn't eating, and he was drinking, not eating because he's a picky little bitch. And yeah, so it is 100% going to be boom, there, it's there. But they'll watch it. Why? Because Taylor Sheridan holds weight. You're bringing in people who know nothing and everything like that. That even though Marshalls isn't well received, people still watch it because they trust Taylor Sheridan. Nolan's burnt through pretty much all of his goodwill with his fans with The Odyssey.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The questionable stuff that he made. I'm sorry, Zendaya is not a goddess of wisdom. She's a goddess of DEI.
I liked her for a little while, and then she was like
saturation. I like Pedro Pascal in early things when Pedro Pascal is not a leading man, no matter how much they try to force him into it. He doesn't have the panache. He doesn't have the charisma. He creates great supporting characters, but I'm not going to see a movie because Pedro Pascal's in it, no matter how much Instagram following he has. Getting somebody to click on a platform is crazy. Just because somebody clicks follow on an Instagram and watches him for 2 seconds, doing whatever Pedro Pascal does, doesn't mean they're willing to shell out $30 to go see him in a movie. Not with gas prices close to $7 a gallon. Priorities.
Oh, hey, speaking of, to put some mind at ease for you, Mando dies in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Well, that's nice, but he's not going to stay dead. But okay, thank you for that segue. I appreciate it. Loving you, Nerd Rot. The Nerd Father has spoken. I love Nerdrotic. Gary is abs. I would honestly say I wouldn't be reading comics again. I wouldn't be doing this channel. I wouldn't be speaking out if it wasn't for Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, Az from Heel versus Babyface, giving me advice on what to do and being honest and upfront. I actually cameoed Az. He gave me advice on what to do in a quick 2-minute thing. Absolutely fantastic. And here I am doing this. And we're going to have some content this winter too. If I can get this table replaced, every night I will be starting when the winter hits. I will be setting up a capture card and everything. And I will 100% be streaming Pokemon and other Switch 2 games from it.
Oh, heck yeah.
And if I can get it set up, if I can figure out how to do it, I have a PS3 in the other room, and I will find copies of freaking Transformers War and Fall of Cybertron. Even if they're going for $70 right now, used. But yeah, so it's not doing well. This was from, when did this get posted up? This was posted June 9th. So this was 4 days ago. Star Wars, the franchise to end all franchises except for Pokemon, but that's a whole different thing. Star Wars has been utterly destroyed by Disney in the last 6 years. Betrayal of fans, not listening to them, shitty things, DEI, everything else has completely destroyed one of the most beloved franchises ever created. And people go back and watch the original movies, but they don't watch the sequel trilogies. They don't do all that other stuff. They read the extended universe. Canon, Kathleen Kennedy, suck my dick. And you fucking do this shit? And look at this. Star Wars should be making billions in the box office, but it's not.
All right, 1 sec. Child came in.
We do. So, Scary Movie, 54 million. Masters of the Universe, fall. I got words on Masters of the Universe, let me tell you. Backrooms, Obsession, and Amazing Digital Circus. No clue what that is. Still beat out Star Wars. Nothing should beat out Star Wars. YouTubers are beating Star Wars.
You know, something crazy I saw on Star Wars Theory. He showed that Star Wars is actually making another trilogy.
Yep. Armino, they're trying to do a sequel trilogy to wrap up, to tie into Rey and everything like that. They did announce that it was Armino Bechanoy who is going to be directing that, but it was announced 2-3 years ago, and we don't even have any movement on it. Nothing. And I guarantee you, it's going to bomb harder than Mando and Grogu.
I think they're probably not going to, but I think if they actually listen, and since there has been a change in presidents, I have a little more hope, but I don't know if it's...
I don't have any hope anymore.
Good. I don't know if it's going to do anything.
Star Wars, Marvel, and Doctor Who are dead. The only way to save them is by stop making things for them and let them go away for about 15 years. But unfortunately, that won't happen. They're going to keep trying to make shit with them, and they're not. And it's just going to end up another dead franchise. After I'm gone, and then everything. It's just the way it is. What I hate most about this and the death of Star Wars and all these franchises, and I hate that it had to happen in the middle of my life. I'm 43, and I hate the fact that it's happening now and not closer to the end of it. That the wife?
No, I'm looking something up.
So, yeah. So, what's up?
Since 2023, hang on. Disney lost $2.35 billion in 2023. 2024 was 4.79. 2025 is 12.4. Holy cow. Wow. Sorry, I just had to look that up.
Disney keeps losing money, and you know how they make up for it? Disney makes more money from the parks than they do anything else, right?
Yeah. Which is weird, because you'd think that the movies would... I mean, it probably has died down with
Disney's actually, from what I gather, Disney's is increasing their park prices to be the premium park, the top tier echelon of theme parks, and that's what Disney does. Unfortunately, they just don't have the resonating with fans. I mean, I want to visit Disney once, but honestly, I'd rather visit Universal. They have the Blues Brothers. That makes it win. That means Universal's on
Universal is on a different level. I still have
Harry
tickets
Potter
for Disney, but
they have Harry Potter, they have the Wizarding World, they have Nintendo, and that is the future. Nintendo and Wizarding World are the franchise. And God help them if they get Pokemon. If they have a Pokemon park, they win. Like in every sense of the word. I'm not talking about like a little world at Epic Universe. No. I'm talking about a full theme park dedicated to rides, food, Pikachu's walking around in costumes, everything. If they did that, Universal wins. And I don't just mean in general. I mean wins. They'll be sold out for years. But so we got some cool comics coming out, and while Den of Geek had some really bad takes, this is just a general information thing. So we got Ultimate Marvel, which I have no interest in reading after they did Peter Parker dirty. Absolute Universe expands. We got Absolute Universe. We got Absolute Superman 16. When did this fucking come out? Oh, this is December of last year. Oh, this is really out of date. Crowbound. Anything good on here? Girl who loves monsters. No. All right. So yeah, that's absolutely insane. But no. Okay, you're out of date. Why didn't I read that? I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I am an idiot. I didn't read that. Apparently, the Avatar situation is getting worse.
Blue people?
What? I don't know.
Avatar,
I popped this up, and you seem to know more about this Avatar thing that's coming up. So,
but the Avatar: The Last Airbender situation has just gotten worse because the one who has now turned against the studios is Uncle Iroh. We already knew about the movie leak. Well, now they've actually an RPG that they were working on for Avatar: The Last Airbender, which has now caused the voice actor for season 3 and beyond in Legend of Korra to speak out. He says that they are generally a slippery and clueless bunch who should not be allowed near anything creative, and calls the new regime at Paramount straight up evil. He also says that they are soulless jerks who have nothing but contempt for the Avatar: The Last Airbender series, and says, I assure you, they do not value the franchise. I didn't think it was possible, but the Avatar: The Last Airbender situation has just gotten worse because the one who is...
It's going to be pretty... The fact that one of the actors has turned on the studio, just... Which is funny because the guy that all of the actors are actually really, really dedicated people. They love the franchise.
Yep.
They love the franchise. So the fact that he's stepping up and saying something, that's yeah,
it's pretty bad, and unfortunately, it sounds like Avatar is going to get lost in the shuffle over there at this Paramount thing. To be fair, I didn't like the Legend of Korra either. To be fair, I don't really care for Avatar. It wasn't in my age bracket. Avatar came out right. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's so good" and everything like that. But I just can't do it, Bubba. We're not going out. Stay. I'm sorry, I forgot.
I think people give too much backlash for Avatar in general. Well, Legend of Korra, for me personally, but. I mean, I get it at the same time.
I didn't like Legend of Korra. I didn't feel connected to it. I didn't feel drawn into it. I'm like, oh, cool. They're using martial arts style as a base for thing and all. Then we got the memes. Oh, what happens? And then the Fire Nation. That came all about and everything like that. And I'm like, it's Western anime. If I want anime, I'll watch anime. And I don't even watch anime anymore. I haven't watched an anime since 2008. The last anime I watched new that came out was Gundam 00 because I don't care. It went mainstream. And this proves my point more on that. Anything that goes mainstream, anything that suddenly starts making a lot of money and grows in popularity is doomed. Because they will stop catering to the people who brought it there, cater to the people who just pump out money, and eventually they'll get bored and move along to the next thing, and then that thing that you loved will go away.
Almost every big franchise is like tanked. You got Star Trek gone.
Star Trek has a chance and lives on more among the fans. In terms of even
but
stuff. It got shot. It got executed like military firing squad with freaking Starfleet Academy.
But it's all. I mean, it started in Discovery though.
It started in Discovery. It reached its peak with Picard. The third season of Picard was a love letter to TNG fans. And it was fantastic, and I love the third season of Picard. It's the only season of Picard I like.
It's actually pretty good. I liked it.
But we got another thing. We got a couple more things if you got time.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. We got. No, damn it. Well, we don't need to talk about Rob Liefeld with Marvel's attitude. But apparently, Dark Horse has recognized. Breaking, Dark Horse voluntarily recognizes the Union. That did not go the way I thought it was. Not because we are required to, but because it's the right thing to do. I think, I'm sorry, they're up to something. No way they're doing this without anything else. It's something of a pleasant surprise. Dark Horse management has just released a statement, recognized Dark Horse Workers United, a union that was announced last week. DHWU, wow, that's a fucking mouthful, was announced last week, and today, with June 3rd as the deadline for Dark Horse management to voluntarily recognize it, a majority of 59 workers at the Milwaukee-based publishing had voted for the union, which recognizes part of Communication Workers America Local Things. Dark Horse statement signed by interim CEO Jay Combs affirmed that the view of the union was part of an ongoing program to work with their creators. Voluntarily recognizing is an unusual step for employers, but in doing so, Dark Horse intends to reaffirm its commitment that as a new leadership wants to do things differently and enter into a good faith bargain. Oh, that one really makes me laugh. I'm sorry. There is nothing more disingenuous than this word, right? These words right here. Good.
That's bull crap. Bull crap. Brother.
Not because we are required to, but because it's the right thing to do. The path to a strong Dark Horse runs through a workforce that feels heard, respected, and genuinely invested in the company's future, not one that feels like it must fight to be seen. What do you want to bet in like a year after this all quietly stops, they shutter the studio and send the IPs to somewhere else to be worked on? Or worse, don't put out any new comics as they're reformatting and everything like that, and just pump out trades.
They need
I still can't get over it.
What needs to happen is Eric July needs to buy Dark Horse.
Eric July it's the only option. Ripa needs to buy Dark Horse comics. He does. He needs to start buying their IPs and everything like that, and slowly weasel them into Ripaverse comics. Not as a side publishing thing, not as a main publishing thing. But honestly, out of everything that comes out of Ripaverse that has Ripa's name on it, we got Ripa Sand, we got Ripa Gaming working on it. We got, what I want to see? Ripa Prints. I want to see him having a printing company that prints his own books.
Yeah.
No more outsourcing, no more nothing. Made by Ripa, written by Ripa, bound by Ripa.
Yeah.
But that's what I would love to see coming out of Ripa verse next. Dark Horse's parent company, Embracer Group, and let me remind you, good faith. Embracer Group, and if you know anything about Embracer Group, this company is fucked. We can play tomorrow.
If they were in good faith, they would not have fired the
no,
founder.
they're up to something. Ladybug, hit me up on X. We'll set something up for tomorrow night. Soon to become Fellowship Entertainment is headquartered in Sweden, a somewhat socialist nation. Whether or not it's a viewpoint contributor, they are a Democrat. They are a legit democratic socialist. They literally they vote democratically and everything like that. But Sweden is actually genuinely a great country, man. Like they got great people, great food, great employment. Like you would say you had a job, you literally could freaking take 2 years off to spend with your kids so they could bond with you properly. That's the kind of stuff that Sweden supports, which is great, you know. It's something that we may never know. Whether or not the viewpoint contributed is something we may never know. But for much more on, Dark Horse workers decided to unionize the comic journal as an extensive article by Zach Ribroff, including an interview with spokesperson Riley Van Dyke. A complete statement follows. Yeah, no, we're not reading all that, but yeah, that in good faith bargaining, they're doing something. They did not invest all that money, and they need to save some.
Well, that pisses me
They're
off.
going to be doing something, dude. They are 100% going to be doing something.
I'm not even huge into Dark Horse, but that pisses me off, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's so disingenuous.
Oh, yeah, it is absolutely crazy. And you know that's corporate speak, but that good faith bargaining really makes me laugh. Good faith bargaining is used by people who, know they're going to get screwed, but want to give people an optional chance to opt out before they do. Oh. But that's all I got for today. I really don't have the energy for Shine. I don't.
Dude, he's all over the place, bro. His videos, I can't keep up with him.
He's all over the place, but he stands behind what he says. And even if you disagree with him, I just have a lot of respect for the guy.
100%. Because I used to think that he just did it for clout.
No, he just gives his opinion.
Yeah, I realized that this is just how he is. Like, he legitimately is just, like, he has broad opinions, which I respect.
But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And this is what I do. I give my unapologetic opinions. And that's what with the advent of AI, it's only going to happen more. The AI videos will take over, and they're going to be starved for real, genuine people like that don't hide, that aren't trying to push an agenda, that just give an honest to God opinion of who they are and what they do. Okay, you're not going down, Bubba. You're not going down. Hello. I love you too. I do. You good boy. I know we should be going to bed, but it's late. It's Saturday. We can stay up. And you're mad because you haven't gotten any cuddle couch time. Look at him. Hi. What? Fine, no pets. You heard that? But no, we are more and more getting to that point, and that's why I do what I do. Is I want a real opinion. I want to be a real face. I want to be a real person, and I want to give real opinions of people who've actually read it, not some AI summary, which is why all of my reviews are off the cuff. And instead of putting pictures in there, and I actually hold up the physical, you will see me have the physical comic in my hand, which is why when I get monetized, this will be a hell of a lot easier because I'll have a little bit of extra money to buy these books, but I have to spend money to get there. So, but no, this is where we're going to wrap it up this week. Gingy, where can they find you, buddy?
You can find me on TikTok, on YouTube. I am changing a little bit of my niche, I guess you could say. I'm still going to be doing lore videos and breakdowns and whatnot, like anatomy videos and like who is this character. But I am gearing my stuff more towards Wolverine content. I miss him, so it's time to bring him back.
Loving the Thunderstrike book behind you too, buddy.
Oh yeah,
I'm only too
Heck
short
yeah.
of the full run.
Look.
And the Cyber comic
Mhm.
behind your head is the where Cyber breaks his bone claws is actually on one of my Hunt books. Just one of the ones that I would just love to have. Yeah, that one right there
Yeah, that
behind
one.
Spock.
It's a good story. I like it. But yeah, if you like Wolverine, if you like Ginger Wolverine, if you
Ladybug
like Wolverine,
on the ball. Mod of the year.
yeah, if you like Wolverine, join my channel. You're gonna have fun.
All right. Oh, good Lord. I want to get my shirt off. I want to step outside and get some fresh air. I want to get something cool to drink. Oh, did you see my latest water jug?
Oh yeah, I saw that last
1 gallon jug. It gets filled with ice every day.
I had one. I had a big Stan Lee, about a gallon. It had a Punisher bumper sticker on it.
Nice.
Pretty nice.
All right, everybody. I appreciate you all coming through. I really do. You all have a fantastic night. We will be back next Saturday with more comic news and reviews and unbelievably grumpy opinions on the state of pop culture. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming through. If you did enjoy the stream, hit that like and hit that sub button. I am live. I will be live all this week. We will be playing Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader, and Makara will be joining me in chat and chit-chatting with me while I go through and play the grim dark future. Oh God, that's gonna hurt. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night, everybody. And as always, I leave you with where is he? And I leave you with Jay hitting on Minnie Mouse.
Minnie, my sweetheart, right there. There she